in November 2019, the 2nd of November 2019, back with another video in a series of me talking slash rambling in English. Today, let's try a IELTS topic. Okay, let's talk about free time. For the examiner, they will ask these questions. Sorry about that. I'd like to move on and ask you some question about your free time. What type of activities do you like to do in your free time? Well, right now in my free time, I try to force myself to do something beneficial, which is for me right now learning English because um, English is essential in this globalized world, and everything is written or made in almost everything. I'm sorry, almost half of the content right now in the world is in English. So to be able to get access to the language, to for understanding and expressing yourself is very important right now, and learning English will help me to get a better job and also help me get closer to the globalized languages, globalized knowledge. Yeah, so from that perspective, right now it's very beneficial for me. I also do gymming. I go to the gym very often. I try to do it whenever I try to do it in my leisure time, and I hit the gym about 5 times a week. Last week I didn't do so well because I was swamped with work, so I skipped about 5 days and I didn't go to the gym for the whole week. But I'm trying to fix it this week and maintain my gymming schedule. Okay. So second question, how long have you been interested in these activities? For gymming, about year a year or so. If you count for the time I was on and off, it's about 2 years. But when I do it regularly and consistently, it's about 1 year. Because I realize it huge beneficial for the brain and also the physical body. That's why I decided to dedicate my time for it. For English learning, I just started for about a month or so because I just got this job as a salesman, and I was selling in my mother tongue, which is Vietnamese. But I had um, prevalent opportunities to talk to many kind of owner, marketer, who are the decision maker. I prevalent of the decision makers, and I wonder what if I can talk and convince them to use my product in English, which is something they are very comfortable with. Um, with that thought in mind, I I try to be as proficient in my skill of talking and listening in English as possible, regardless of my writing and um, reading. So for now, I just focus on listening and speaking at a time. So I got into this habit for 1 month. Before it was music. I played the guitar and I sing and I played piano as well. And I just started learn piano right when I got my job. So yeah, so yeah, so yeah. Pretty fun, pretty fun. Do you like to do these activities alone or with other people. I would love to speak the language of English with another native speaker, but the opportunities of doing that is very low, and it's very rare to get a chance to do so. To do so. To adapt to the situation, I try to speak to myself as much as possible. Try to consciously and deliberately seeking for content that in my field to practice speaking that content, because I realize even in my mother tongue, when I speak a topic that I haven't talked about before, I tend to be very sluggish and very sluggish and it's hard to express it. So it's very hard and virtually impossible to be able to talk about everything smoothly, because even if your mind have the idea has the idea, you will still have to choose the right word, choose the right expression, even in your mother tongue. I think you can only be fluent and proficient in the language in a certain amount of field. There will be some field that you are not familiar with, thus not being able to just speak it well. So I try. By practicing or with myself, I actually blessed myself with the power to choose what topic to talk about. Uh, my teacher, my partner is the master of the field, because right now you can literally because right now you can you can literally right now you can literally right now you can literally right now you can literally find any topic on YouTube, and some kind of expert in the field will be there and ready to give you a lesson. So I prefer to practice with myself, but it would be nice if I occasionally have somebody to talk with. For gymming, I prefer to do it by myself, like totally, because why bother have a partner in gym, right? You do everything by yourself, so why bother having a partner? Okay, move on. Let's move on. Do you think people have enough free time? Definitely not for myself. I I have this situation of time desperate deprivation. Is that the word? So I wish I have more free time so I can spend more to practice my English, because right now it is my first priority. Because right now it is my first priority, but you have to go with what you have, right? Um, so because time is because in one day you can only have 24 hours, that's for everybody. So the question is, do you think that you are managing your time proficiently? And I think I am not managing my time proficiently. I'm not prioritizing my list to the list accordingly. So it leads to a consequences of lacking free time. Yeah. So my simple answer is no. Well, that's it for today. I will just talk about the topic of free time. See you guys tomorrow. I think I will just talk about all the things that the list need for the Field Snake video. Peace.